our first proclamation for the night is recognizing Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Month. I want to do that with a couple of our elders. Whereas the Fitchburg is a welcoming city for the LGBTQ plus community and their families, and
whereas Fitchburg is dedicated to ensuring that our LGBTQ plus community and its allies have a safe and inclusive environment to celebrate diverse sexual orientations and gender identities, and
whereas when all people have the ability to feel welcome and safe, we are all stronger and a better community, and
whereas LGBTQ plus month recognizes that Fitchburg and the global lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community have made great strides in the recent years toward full equality, and
whereas LGBTQ plus Pride Month raises awareness about Fitchburg's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community and their contributions to Fitchburg's unique and diverse tapestry in a positive and productive manner, and
whereas June has become a symbolic month in which lesbians, gay men, bisexual people, transgender people, queer people, and supporters come together in various celebrations of pride, and
whereas the rainbow flag, also known as the LGTBQ plus pride flag or gay pride flag, has been used since the 1970s and is a symbol of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer pride and LGBTQ plus social movements, and
whereas flying the rainbow flag at City Hall throughout the year further symbolizes the city's celebration of diversity and support for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community.
Now, therefore, it is resolved that I, Julia Arata-Fratta, Mayor of the City of Fitchburg, along with the Fitchburg City Council, issue this proclamation and hereby declare the month of June as LGBTQ plus Pride Month in the City of Fitchburg, and invite everyone to reflect on ways we all can live and work together with a commitment to mutual respect and understanding. This is proclaimed June 13, 2023. So I know that we have a couple of people in the audience that want to speak, so I'm going to be calling you to the microphone, and then we're going to take a picture together, okay? So, so the first one is Christopher Peguero. You have 3 minutes.
I won't take 3 minutes. Christopher Peguero, he, him, his, and I am a member of the Menominee tribe and also a Two-Spirit person, and also come from immigrant roots from Mexico. So just to share my lived experience a little bit with you, but as you may have known when I presented before the Parks Commission consideration, our family, my husband and our children, had an opportunity to really think about where we wanted to live in Wisconsin when we moved here from Seattle 2 years ago. And Dane County, Madison, Fitchburg were absolutely the only places that we could think of to come to Wisconsin. And so I'm very proud to be a resident here in Fitchburg, and Mayor and Council, City of Fitchburg, thank you so much for recognition of LGBTQ Pride Month. That recognition is a bright, shining beacon especially right now, where many municipal governments are taking opposite stances that are not supportive of our community. And your stance today actually does have a real positive impact on real lives, as our community members have a higher instances of both bullying and suicide. So the proclamation today is a beacon of hope and welcoming, and I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate all the work that you do to support our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. So next, Laura Olsen.
Is that on? Okay. My name is Laura Olsen Dugan, and I use the pronouns she, her. I have been a City of Fitchburg resident since 2001. I moved to Fitchburg while expectant with my first child, Connor, and chose this community as where I wanted to raise my family. Fast forward 22 years, and I am an LGBTQ plus ally and the proud parent of a young gay adult. As the parent of a young gay man I raised in Fitchburg, I would like to share with the council 3 key messages this evening in celebration of Pride Month. First and foremost, I appreciate the city's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that our city is led by a diverse common council, reflecting and representing the rich diversity in our growing community. I would like to thank you all, and in particular my alderperson and neighbor, Randy Udell, for championing issues centered on fostering a diverse and inclusive community. The city flies the Progress Pride flag all year long, not just during Pride Month, which is a testament to the city's vision and inclusion. The Pride flag is a symbol of acceptance, unity, and it being flown all year long demonstrates that our LGBTQ+ neighbors and community members are seen, acknowledged, and heard. Additionally, I want to thank the City of Fitchburg Public Library for its commitment to offering library materials reflecting LGBTQ+ people, themes, and issues. It's important for people at any age, particularly children, to be able to see themselves and their stories reflected in books and other library resources. Libraries are a cornerstone of an informed democracy, and I value our library's commitment to gay pride and inclusive library materials 12 months of the year. Lastly, as was indicated earlier, we are living in a time when rights of members of the LGBTQ+ community are once again under attack, with an increase in challenged library materials in many parts of the state of Wisconsin, attacks against trans rights in many states in the form of bizarre legislation, coupled with Justice Clarence Thomas's concurring opinion in Hobbs v. Jackson Women's Health last summer, in which he stated the court should reconsider due process precedents, including the 2015 Supreme Court landmark decision, Obergefell v. Hodges, which granted same-sex marriage rights nationally. Acceptance and inclusion starts in our neighborhoods, in our school districts, and in our communities, and trickles up to the state and federal levels. I am grateful and proud to live in a place like Fitchburg, Wisconsin, which celebrates Pride Month and all that it stands for. So in conclusion, happy Pride.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. So next, Kate Miller.
Hi, my name is Kate Miller, and I'm a resident here in Fitchburg. And I also want to commend you on having the flag all year round. One of the thoughts in the back of my head was going to be to let you know that we are here more than just the month of June, and you clearly understand that, so I appreciate that. I also had the honor and privilege of working with the Fitchburg business community for 6 years in my role with the Fitchburg Chamber, and I have to say that they are a very, very welcoming group as well. So I know that you represent a lot of the residents here. We live here, the residents around us make us feel safe and loved. So we have that. But the business community, too, welcomed me with open arms. And many of these small business owners are still friends with me today. So we have definitely cultivated something here that is special, and I want each of you to know that it is not that way in every community, even every community in Dane County, and I have personally experienced that. Fitchburg is so close to both me and my wife's heart that we got married here just down the road last year outside of perennial yoga and meditation. So there was no better place for us to solidify our commitment to each other than right here in our home of Fitchburg. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. Next, Baltasar de Anda.
Hello, everybody. Buenas tardes. My name is Baltasar de Anda Santana. Unfortunately, I'm not a resident of Fitchburg, and I'm thinking of maybe changing here. You know, I think one thing that is super important, I always say 1 month is not enough. My husband and I have a relationship that lasts more than, it's whole year. So we need to have a space where we can celebrate the whole year, not just 1 month. I'm the director of Orgullo Latinx, LGBT+, a small group that works with our Latino, Latinx community members, to talk about, gay rights, gay issues, etc. So the other, you also know me as, many of you know me as the Executive Director of the Latino Academy of Workforce Development, and it is thanks to the same-sex act that I am here right now. Without that, I will be back in Mexico, because when I married my husband, I did not have documents. So, I'm very, very proud. Thank you very grateful to this country for that opportunity. Very grateful for this space. I'm also grateful to have a mayor like, Julia Arata-Fratta, who has been part of our journey of that group. Every time that we put together a rally, a parade, it was amazing. It is amazing to have folks that I don't have to come out. This is who I am. And, definitely having folks like, our mayor here and many other folks here who support our community, it is a blessing. And I'm just going to finish with something that I took from the Human Rights Campaign that kind of summarizes what this day means to us. Celebrate Pride with us without exception. Pride is a joyful celebration of all the beautiful identities of our LGBTQ plus community. We create spaces where we can bring our whole selves to dance and march in the streets and declare, we are here, we are visible, we are proud. But this is also a moment of crisis for our country and our community. Lives are literally on the line. Too many people, trans people, black and brown people, people living with HIV and AIDS, people being denied basic care and facing unprecedented attacks. And still, we raise up and fight back, and we will continue fighting back. Never forget that Pride was inspired by the Stonewall riots. At Stonewall, we stood our ground. Today, we're still fighting. And we will do so until we'll have freedom without exception, until every city in the country can be the city of Fitchburg. Liberation without exception, joy without exception, and pride without exception. Join us.
Gracias, Baltasar.